the way I see it, you can, what do people need the most? They need a roof over their head. They need to eat. Well, I'm not going into the restaurant business, right? But in that business, you have to sell people. Come eat at my restaurant, breakfast. Come eat at my restaurant, lunch. Come eat at my restaurant for dinner. 3 times a day, somebody's selling somebody to come eat at a restaurant. What other business is it where you market to someone, that point of sale is once, and it costs them thousands of dollars to leave your establishment? You're providing a safe, clean, comfortable environment where they can come home to.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kessel, and today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Eric Stewart, who has been making serious moves as a mortgage broker, helping investors scale and, grow in the multifamily space. So excited to have you on the show today here, Eric.
Thanks, Michelle. Appreciate it.
Of course, I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you're approaching helping these investors get ready and grow their businesses. So let's dive in.
Sounds good.
Awesome. First off, for those not yet familiar with you and your world, can you share what your main focus is these days?
Yeah, absolutely. The main focus hasn't changed over the last 2 decades. It's built around the debt structure for commercial real estate. So I'm a mortgage broker. I'm not a one-shop lender where I don't actually write the checks. I've got a stable of lenders that do write checks and do fund loans for everything from short-term, fast-closing bridge loans to long-term permanent debt like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and conduit lenders. So that's my space. I'm also an owner-operator and started buying properties back in 2017. So my days are filled with funding loans for clients, helping them find the best debt structure possible, and also working on the front lines of my properties, asset managing, working with property managers, and looking at new opportunities coming in. So those 2 things fill my days. And then obviously the education space is a big component where we're looking to get out there and prepare clients, prepare borrowers for what they need to know to be effective and succeed in their portfolio growth.
Awesome. What have been some of the main keys that have allowed your business to be able to grow and to run smoothly?
Well, I guess running smoothly, we can talk about that because that's always a challenge you think it's running smoothly, but who knows? I think one of the biggest things that has allowed my business to grow and really flourish over the last 20 years is my availability to my clients and my connection to my clients. That's been the difference maker for me, is considering myself a team member for my borrowers.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So client comes to me and they want to secure financing for a multifamily acquisition. I have a list of questions that I'm going to go through with them that I have to sit back, listen, and learn about their investment strategy before I can make any recommendations whatsoever. There's been times where what they wanted was not at all aligned with what was, one, available in the market, and two, what may have been in their best interest going forward, because there's more to it than just figuring out how to close this loan today. It's what impact are the terms of that loan going to have on your overall investment later on? That's a key conversation that we have in the beginning that sets them up for success as they go. And being able to have those conversations has been very, very impactful for my business and for my client's business.
Yeah, that's really important. Can you expand on what that conversation looks like? Like, what are some of the main questions and concerns that your clients have that you help them go over?
One of the areas that I like to talk about that I don't think is discussed enough is the risk tolerance that they are willing to take. We're dealing with human beings. Human beings have to sleep at night. We can't run long term with looming stress hanging over us and sitting over our shoulders. So there's a real good chance that maybe a non-recourse loan is the only thing they want, where there's no personal guarantees involved. Maybe they don't want to have a short-term maturity on that loan. Maybe that loan, they want that loan to maybe have a fixed rate period, and then the interest rate will start to adjust in 5 years or 3 years, but they want the security of that fixed rate right now. Maybe they need more funds in the beginning, a higher loan amount in the beginning, and they're willing to accept maybe a more expensive prepayment penalty down the road. All those little characteristics are what we need to talk through and help define that loan structure so it's right for them today, and it's right for them in 5 years when they're going to exit that loan.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some ways that people can prepare and understand what would be like the best long-term solution for them?
Well, it's looking at their overall projections. So the projection is going to come into play where they look at the asset now that they're buying. They look at what improvements can be made to that asset, what they might need to fix, what they can't fix, and then what they're planning on doing with both the income side of the project, where they're going to find the other income, how are they going to raise rents, how are they going to be more competitive in the market. It costs money to position or reposition that property in the marketplace. So where your dollars are going to be spent, is that market going to absorb granite countertops? There's a lot of properties out there that you may over renovate. You're never going to be able to get the benefit of putting granite countertops in. You're never going to be able to get the benefit of putting a tech package in or something like that. So digging down to that minutia can be very, very helpful for an investor to have it's helpful for an investor to have a sounding board, right? Not just somebody that either buys into it or says no right away and then goes away, but maybe somebody that just is a sounding board that walks through the feasibility of what their lift is. And to me, that's been one of the most valuable discussions that we've had is, hey, we're planning on implementing reserved parking, and it's going to be $15 a month per parking space. And the discussion is, one, are you going to have electric? and what the cost is. Two, have you surveyed the tenants to see if they're going to buy it? They might not want that.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And it can be a very heavy expense that you invest in. If you don't survey your your tenants first, that may fall on its face. If your lift is based on all other income, let's say you're buying a property that's at market rate already on rents, but you're going to implement a bill-back system. You're going to implement reserve parking, trash valet, all those unique little artsy other income lifts, and that's your only value add strategy. That can pose a definitive risk, and a lot of investors may not want to jump in with you on that deal. Those conversations are absolutely priceless. And the timing of those conversations needs to be before, number one, before you buy it, but number two, before you put earnest money up and it becomes non-refundable. And then you're in the deal and you find out that your investors are uncovering this stuff and you can't raise the capital. Or even worse, you actually close on the deal and you don't execute. That's what we're trying to get vetted out in the beginning. And from a lender standpoint, the lender's going to want to know all these things. They're going to want to understand how this is going to happen because they have to protect their exit. They have to know that you're going to be able to refinance or sell this asset and pay them back. So that's why those conversations are so important in the beginning.
Yeah, definitely. Those are really important conversations to have.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what are you most focusing on solving or scaling to next in your business?
Well, for me, and I'm glad you asked because I'm really leaning into the education space. I'm leaning into um, being more active on your standard channels, whether it's putting out short little reels to give people something to think about for the day to help direct their business, or maybe even doing YouTube channels where I'm putting out short clips on points like you know talking through your value add or what type of loan is right for you if you're doing this type of deal. Just getting out there more and getting in front, being more visible so that people know that they can contact me. I'm available. I'm a human being. I really try to stay as available as I can. I mean, I've told clients this for a long time when they talk about scheduling a call, or they always say, "You're very busy. I don't want to burn up your time." Well, I appreciate that, but the reality is I'm busy talking to clients, doing exactly what we're doing at the time we have that conversation. That's the most productive busy I can be. And the worst sound any business owner or entrepreneur can hear is silence. So I am blessed that my phone rings. I'm blessed that people call me and ask for my advice. And I don't take that lightly. I don't take it for granted. So, being available, um, being accessible, providing clarity, and, allowing them to be able to talk to me, hear themselves say things, and then just be a sounding board for them. I think that's really where I want to scale and grow and do more of.
Yeah, amazing. I think that's so important to help people get on the right track that way. What are some of the common obstacles that you see with your clients, and how do you help them overcome them?
A big obstacle is there's a lot of common ones, but a large one is establishing credibility with brokers, with industry professionals early on when they don't necessarily believe in themselves. And if you don't believe in yourself, then nobody's going to believe in you. I say nobody. There are people that can see down the path and pull your transferable skills out and understand what your value points are, and they believe in you. I try to be one of those people. I try to be one of those people that can help you find your transferable skill, your value that you bring to this team, and everybody has it. Everybody has it when they sat there.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
And they decided at one day, whether it was a Saturday afternoon when they bought into an educational course or a program, or if it was, when they were just sick of having their current portfolio, whether it's made up of small multifamily and they want to go bigger, whether it's made up of single family and they want to go to multi, whether it's assisted living facilities and they want to buy something that's a little more streamlined, whatever that transition is, there's always a lack of confidence that they have in understanding this avenue that they're taking. And for them to be able to highlight their transferable skills and their value points that they've utilized for so many years, whatever it is, if it's communication, if it's travel, if it's just background history on an industry, and then find that confidence point and leverage that going forward is what I encourage them to do. That's what I did. That's how in 17, when I started to buy property, I was able to offer value to my team members because I understand what the debt structure was going to look like. I understood what the projections were going to look like. And the communication factor of just being able to speak the language was incredibly valuable to everybody. And I say everybody, to my team members. And that's what allowed me to grow. So when I talk to clients, I try to get them through that because it seems like a huge hurdle. They were excited at one point. They were excited. They believed in themselves. That can wane after a while. When the weekend's over and you get back to your home airport, you start your car and the keys sound the same, and you open the door on Sunday afternoon. You're like, that was a great weekend, but I have to go to work tomorrow. And then it all kind of goes away. And my hope is to reignite that confidence they had when they said yes to moving into the industry, and keep that, allow them to maintain it and foster and really tend to that flame.
Yeah, I love that. That's a really important thing for people to tap into, that belief and that excitement, and yeah, coming back to that as their center.
100%. Yes, ma'am.
So I know that multifamily is your wheelhouse. Why specifically did you choose that route?
Great question. Great question. I would like to say it was some genius move on my part early on, where I said this is the industry that is where I'm going to focus. it it was more reactionary than anything else. Back in 2004, there was another commercial mortgage brokerage firm in the same office building where my office was, and the owner of that firm and I, we talked every once in a while, see each other in the elevator. He was moving out of the industry, and he referred a couple clients to me that they were buying multifamily properties, and they were newer investors, and he entrusted me with those clients. And it was actually a big moment for me too, because he asked me, do you know why I'm doing this? And I'm thinking, okay, he's got these other opportunities. I thought it was something drawing him away, and maybe it was convenience. I really didn't know. He said, you know why I'm doing this with you? Because I trust you. And that hit, that really meant a lot, because it's not something that I ever really thought of. It's just how you do business. But being trustworthy is what connected me with him, what connected me with those clients. And that allowed them to introduce me to other folks in the industry that really, really changed my business trajectory. They introduced me to people like in companies like RE Mentor, and a lot of other educators out there that spawned from that, where I got to meet people that were moving into the industry and learning and growing. And that's a big driver for me, is to have that client avatar. Now, that's where the requests were coming, right? So when you're focused on that collective group, or a group that's coming in wanting to learn multifamily, you serve what the orders are. And again, I'd like to say that it was this genius move where I said, I'm going multifamily and I'm going to work on Fannie and Freddie loans and bridge loans and so forth. The reality is that's what people were asking for. So that's what I served. Kept my nose to the grindstone. It was the best that I could be where I was. And that was in the multifamily space for, 20 some odd years now. My lenders can fund all different types of asset. And I do them. I do, one-off deals for self-storage or assisted living facilities or something like that. Definitely handle those. But the bulk of the business is multifamily. And then from a portfolio standpoint of what I'm buying, it's always been multifamily. The way I see it, you can, what do people need the most? They need a roof over their head. They need to eat. Well, I'm not going into the restaurant business, right? But in that business, you have to sell people. Come eat at my restaurant, breakfast. Come eat at my restaurant, lunch. Come eat at my restaurant for dinner. 3 times a day, somebody's selling somebody to come eat at a restaurant. What other business is it where you market to someone, that point of sale is once, and it costs them thousands of dollars to leave your establishment? You're providing a safe, clean, comfortable environment where they can come home to. And for them to leave, they have to pay thousands of dollars somewhere else, whether a down payment on a house or first, last, and security at another property, right? What did you do that they want to spend thousands of dollars to leave you? That's a great business. That's where I'd like to be. So that's my rationalization. The reality is, I was just funding loan requests that came in, and they were multifamily. So that's why I'm still here.
Yeah, I love that. Sounds like that was the right path for you.
Looking back, it was definitely a positive move.
Awesome. When it comes to growing your business, what has made the biggest difference for you?
Communication and referrals. That's been the biggest driver for me. It wasn't some marketing light switch that I turned on, which is down the road. I know I hear all the advisors, all my friends yelling at me about getting out there and getting on social media and marketing more. But the biggest impact that I've had has been on those one-on-one conversations with people and the communication.
Absolutely. That makes the biggest difference. So before we wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out to you, connect, and learn more, where can people find you and reach you?
Well, obviously LinkedIn is a great way to connect with me. I think all of my social channels are going to be in the link on the podcast, because I know we submitted those. I don't know if a phone number is in order, if that's too old fashioned for everybody, but my phone number is certainly, to give me a ring there. Email address, atlantic.ic.com is my website. Lenderlanguage.com is my educational platform. You can reach me at either one of those. And a good old-fashioned phone call it never hurts either. So any one of those, try to make myself as available as possible.
Amazing. Well, I appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Michelle. I really appreciate it.
Of course. And for the listeners tuning into the show, if you got value, make sure you've subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators like Eric who are building real businesses, and we'll see you on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.